you're here. My name is Alicia, and here at Bible Adventures, we'll explore some amazing adventures from the Bible. You may think the Bible is just a really old book that's kind of hard to read, but here at Treasured, you'll discover that it's filled with some incredible riches, and they're all exciting. But first, let's change. Welcome to my home. Oh, hey, I didn't know you guys were around.
Hey.
These are my friends, Xavier and Jaleisha. Big things are happening today. We're picking a new king. Well, we aren't, but God is. Since you guys are here, want to help me share the story of David and Samuel?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, one more thing. Anytime you hear someone exclaim, God knows you, you respond with, and you are treasured. Can we try that? God knows you.
You are treasured!
Very good. Here in Israel, a king is our ruler. For a long time, God was our king, but we asked him to give us a person to be in charge. God said that wasn't such a good idea, but it's what we wanted. So God picked Saul. God was right though. Saul wasn't a very good king. He hadn't listened to anything God had told him to do, or even done anything God had asked him. But now, Samuel the prophet is here in Bethlehem, and God is going to show him what a king should do. It's so exciting. Except, how do you pick a king? What should a king know how to do? What should a king sound like? You guys can help us. Think about this in your group. If you could pick the perfect king, what would you look for?
Something. Since you're all here, maybe one of you is our new king. If you're able to, stand up with us. Let's see if you might be the new leader. I think a perfect king should be strong enough to scare off Israel's enemies. So show me your muscles. Good job, nice flex. Part of being strong is having really good balance. So balance on your left foot. Nice, nice. Now try it on your right foot. I see you, you almost fell, it's okay. Now, let's try leaping in the air. Whoa, that was a really big jump. Higher this time. Okay, good job. I see some of you really fit the profile here. Kings should act like heroes too, so strike your best pose. Nice. Smile for the camera. Kings also have to make big decisions and know stuff, lots of stuff, like math. Quick, what's 2 + 2?
4.
Good job. What about 11d7 times the square root of my birthday multiplied by 6?
32.
That was pretty tough. I know. Kings also have to sound like kings. So, in your deepest voice, say it with me. I am your king.
I am your king.
Louder this time.
I am your king.
A little bit louder, and this time shout it.
I am your king.
Okay, that's enough. We better slow down before we hurt ourselves. I want you all to sit back down and listen very closely because God is going to be picking a new king really, really soon.
You're right. A king has to be all those things. Plus, strong, wise, know stuff, look like a king, and sound like a king. Phew, that's quite a list. If you want to be king or queen one day, what are some things you'll have to work on? You guys did a great job trying out to be king. But as great as you were, I'm thinking none of us are the next leader for Israel. Hey, the prophet Samuel's outside right now talking to my neighbor Jesse. Jesse has a whole herd of kids out there. He has 2 daughters and a bunch of boys. Maybe our next king is one of our neighbors. He has them lining up in height order right now. Quick, in your crews, can you line up from tallest to shortest? Way to go, guys. But he's not choosing the king based off height. Maybe he's doing it based off age. So quick, in your groups, can you line up again, but this time by the month and day that you're born, with January in the front and December in the back. Let's check if he's actually choosing by age, though. He's not. Wait, I know. Kings have to do multiple things at once. So, can you guys please pat your head and rub your tummy? Okay, now can you rub your head and pat your tummy? Okay, now can you only do that with your right eye open? Now switch to where it's only your left eye open. Everyone stop! He's not choosing based off those things. Samuel prayed to pick who the next king was. And it seems like he's not choosing anyone in the line. It looks like he's calling for Jesse's youngest son. But little David can't be king. David doesn't look like a king. He doesn't sound like a king. He's just a kid. All he does is hang out with sheep all day, sling rocks around. He's never really around people that much. This makes no sense. But wait, God knows David. Maybe there's something that we don't know about him just by looking at him. You know, God knows David, and God knows David's heart, and he knows who we are. Even when other people don't know us just by looking at us, God knows everything about us. So, can you guys name something about yourself that other people wouldn't know just by looking at you? Like for me, I love vegetables a lot.
I can make a weird shape with my tongue.
And I can name all of the US states and capitals.
Now it's your turn. Maybe you can play a musical instrument. Maybe you can make a weird shape with your tongue. Maybe you can journey to the South Pole. Now quick, share with your groups one thing about yourself that no one would know just by looking at you.
I hope you had fun sharing fun things about yourselves. Each of us are different in our own way, and those facts didn't surprise God at all. That's the best part about him. He knows us better than we know ourselves. I can tell we're going to become great friends this week, and you're going to become great friends with God too. God knows us.
You are treasured!
And God sees the treasure in you too. Even when we don't see the treasure in other people, God sees it in us because he put it there.
Hey look, Samuel's anointing David.
Samuel's anointing David. That means Samuel poured oil on David's head to declare that he will become the next king of Israel. Woohoo! Oh, I realize that may seem strange to you since you're not from Bethlehem. But around here, pouring oil on someone isn't a mean prank. It's a sign of a blessing. David may not be big and strong or old and wise, But God knows that David loves him. God knows David's heart, and God knows your hearts too. Our hearts were made to love God. You may not become the next king of Israel, but you are all treasured by God. I want you to do something with me. Place your hand over your heart and say this: God knows me, and I am treasured by God. Now your turn. Good. Now one last time. God knows me, and I am treasured by God. If you say this every day, it'll help you to remember that God knows all of your names, and He knows your hearts too. That sound means it's the end of our time here together today. But don't worry, come back tomorrow for some more fun. I'm sure we haven't heard the last of our friend David.